is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
Today, we are discussing Santa Tell Me, which originally premiered on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, November 9th, 2024. You can hang out with us when the podcast is over. Follow us on Instagram. We're Girls Gone Hallmark on Instagram.
Hey, if you are looking to join another Facebook group, we've got one. It's Girls Gone Hallmark. Come on over and talk about Hallmark movies, though not a lot. We haven't really been talking about these movies that much.
No, I haven't seen a lot of feedback. We're going to have to get that discussion. I'm curious what everybody thought of these movies. You can always email us your thoughts on these movies. We are girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com. You can ask questions. You can let us know what you think of our opinions of these reviews. We love to hear from you. We do have some thoughts from an email from listener Mike that we'll be sharing later in this episode. Wendy, I hear you have some Hallmark news and notes.
I do. Hey, Sleepy Kitty Paw is on Blue Sky now.
Yeah.
Do you have a Blue Sky account?
I do.
I just joined last night.
Did you have to wait? I kind of feel like at one point you had to get an invite over there. That's how I got in.
Remember the days of social media like that when you had to wait for an invite?
That's how Gmail used to be. I had to get
Gmail?
Yes, when Gmail first launched, you had to get an invite. My Gmail account was from the invite only days.
Interesting.
Yes, and there was like a Gmail swap website where you could post like what you would do for an invite. It wasn't dirty. I was like, I worked for the MS Society at the time. I'm like, I'll make a donation to the MS Society. And some guy was like, my aunt has MS. Here's your invite.
No, remember when I can't even remember these social media sites that I don't even think exist anymore, but
sure, yeah, people would get like 10 invites when they joined. Well, Blue Sky was the same way up until that's how I got in like 9 months ago.
Oh no, I just joined last night under a personal account. Maybe we need one for Girls Gone Hallmark.
Sure.
I'll work on that. Anyway, back to Sleepy Kitty Paw. Reported that Hallmark Mystery continues to struggle with ratings. The movie 5 Gold Rings had only 540,000 live viewers during its premiere on Thursday, November 7th.
Yeah.
While Santa Tell Me earned a 2024 high for the network with 2.253 million live viewers. Trivia at St. Nick's pulled in 1.102 million live viewers.
I wish I could compare that to last year.
The conversation over there is, should Hallmark Mystery still be putting out new movies, new Christmas movies?
Well, I guess what I wonder is, should they all be just on the Hallmark Channel?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think it's too much for people to keep up with?
Absolutely, especially with Hallmark Plus. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think someone who's not like Hallmark on the brain daily like you and I are, I'm like, yeah, I could break it down what the difference is. But based on the number of questions we see, like, when is Countdown to Christmas coming to Hallmark Plus? I think maybe people need a more streamlined way to access these movies.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of competition on Thursday nights too, because you got Thursday Night Football. Now. I think it would be either eliminate.
Well, I also think the Thursday night drop is new. Like in the past,
It was, right.
I don't think we were getting Thursday night Hallmark mystery drops.
What day did those drop? Sunday?
Fridays?
I don't recall.
I'd be lying if I knew, but I feel like it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday split between the channels. And then sometimes we would get like a Hallmark mystery and a Hallmark channel drop on the same nights.
Yeah. I feel bad for those movies that are over there because they're just not getting the eyeballs. That's
Right.
why I feel bad. I'm not saying they're stinkers. I've enjoyed several of them this season.
There's a lot at play there.
I've also read some feedback that viewers are not looking for heavier content. Some of those movies are a little bit heavier in tone, I guess.
Sure. And I also think like maybe there's I get why Hallmark Mystery is branded Hallmark Mystery, but then I think there's like a little bit of a mismatch with the branding when you drop Miracles of Christmas over there. I get wanting to separate Miracles of Christmas out, but I think maybe people are like, what's happening on Hallmark Mystery? I don't fully understand.
Hopefully they'll figure it out. Also, in addition, there is the conversation of Hallmark should not be dropping Christmas movies before November. What are your thoughts?
Interesting. If they're going to do 40, you got to drop them.
Who says 40 is the magic number, though?
Right. Are they competing with themselves at this point?
I think they are.
That's a good point. If you're going to stick with that 40 number, if you've decided that's the number, you got to drop them early. Otherwise, it's too many. You're just getting a barrage of movies coming out. I'm fine with like a November 1st start.
Me too. Okay, moving on. James Vaughn. You know who I'm talking about.
I do.
This is Jonathan Bennett's husband. He dropped a holiday EP of all original holiday music on Tuesday, November 11th, called Feels Like Christmas. He will have an original song called Home for the Holiday featured in Season's Greetings from Cherry Lane on Hallmark Plus on December 5th. Now, hey, we got a preview from Mr. James Vaughn on the Christmas cruise because he sang 2 songs.
He did. It was great.
Closing night. He's incredible.
Very talented.
I'm so excited for him. And I had read this article because Variety covered an exclusive interview with him. From the cruise because Variety was on the cruise. Anyway, he said that and I'm paraphrasing here, he wanted to put out an album of like original music that like just makes you feel good. And I love it. And how exciting that it's going to be in a movie this year too. I'm excited for him.
Me too.
That's all I got for Hallmark news.
Let's hear a synopsis.
A design show host finds a letter from Santa promising to meet her true love, a man named Nick, by Christmas Eve. Meeting 3 Nicks complicates her search.
Ryan Landells wrote and directed Santa Tell Me. This is Ryan's 11th writing and directing credit. He also wrote and directed the upcoming movie Sugar Plummed.
I am looking forward to that one.
Me too.
Janelle Parrish is in it, right?
Yeah.
Is this his first Hallmark project, though?
Yeah, these are his first 2 Hallmark projects.
Wow, that's crazy. Considering, like, you've never written or directed for the network before, and now you have 2 movies in 1 year, in 1 season.
That's 2 hotly anticipated movies as well.
Interesting. Erin Krakow stars as Olivia. Erin has 17 acting credits, getting her start on the show Army Wives. The rest of her resume is almost entirely Hallmark, including 122 episodes of When Calls the Heart.
Daniel Lissing plays Chris. Daniel has 32 acting credits and was in both When Calls the Heart and the spinoff When Hope Calls.
Benjamin Ayres, Christopher Russell, and Kurt Zarka play the 3 Nicks. Benjamin can be seen in the Santa Claus and Happy Holidays from Cherry Lane, both this holiday season. Christopher Russell was most recently seen in A Costa Rican Wedding, and Kurt is also in both the Santa Claus and Happy Holidays from Cherry Lane.
Jess Brown plays Darcy. Jess is a Hallmark newbie with a 1-episode appearance on Chesapeake Shores.
Santa Tell Me was filmed outside of Vancouver in February 2024. Yeah, way back.
This was one of our first announcements.
Yeah, we've known about this movie for a year, it feels like.
We are going to take a quick break and come right back with our first impressions of Santa Tell Me. It is time to share your first impression of Santa Tell Me, Wendy.
Mine is, wait, do I need to watch When Calls to the Heart?
I can't. I'm just pretending like you didn't say that.
I'm not suggesting it.
Mine is Ryan Landells deserves a prize for getting the line, we should get a Nick pick into the movie.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So wait a second. I have watched this movie. I had to watch it like 3 times. I fell asleep the first time, and last night I fell asleep again, and then I watched the rest of it this morning and heard that line, and I didn't know exactly what was said because I was watching it on my phone while I was in the shower. And That is hilarious.
So funny.
It's when like they all meet each other, right?
Yes, it's from Nick C. We should get a Nick pick. I laughed out loud.
That's freaking hilarious. Let's talk likes.
Can I start by telling you something?
Yes.
When we dropped our Countdown to Christmas preview episode, we received a message from correspondent Mike, who said, I'm making a prediction right now. In the one where y'all said that someone gets prophesied to fall in love with a guy named Nick, you mentioned it's also said that she gets closer to a coworker, whereupon Wendy said, is his name Nick? I'm saying right now that Nick will turn out to be that guy's real first name, but he only goes by his middle name. That's what we'll know him by, and that's what will make that prediction come true. When at the end of the movie, we find out his name is Nick after all. Write it down and we'll see if I'm right. Then, on Saturday, November 9th, as this movie is airing, we get another message from Mike that simply says, boom. I haven't even seen the movie at this point, but I knew exactly what he was talking about, and I love a full circle moment.
That's amazing. Amazing. I don't recall saying that line in our preview movie.
700 episodes ago. I'm shocked that you don't remember every single thing you said.
Yeah, and we had to talk about 40 movies, and that one, it was a two-parter too. Yeah, I recall. I don't recall saying that. Anyway, thanks, Mike.
Now we can talk likes.
Thanks for making us laugh. Erin Krakow. Did I say her name right?
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed her. I kind of get the feeling that a lot of people don't enjoy her as an actor on Hallmark.
Really?
Well, I read some feedback that she has like RBF.
So do I. I actually don't get that vibe from her at all.
Me neither at all. I really liked her. Of course, we don't watch When Calls to the Heart, so she's in very little outside of When Calls to the Heart. She was, of course, in Blind Date Book Club. Blind Date Book Club? That's what it was called. A movie we both really enjoyed.
Yeah, and was it her in that movie with Brendan Penny?
Brendan Penny was not in that movie. Robert Buckley, not Jr.
You do not know what I'm talking about. That's not what I said. I said, was it her in that movie with Brendan Penny?
Oh, I thought you were asking because I just mentioned Blind Date Book Club.
I know Robert Buckley, not Jr. is in Blind Date Book Club. I'm talking about the
Wedding
Fall
Cottage
movie. Yeah, is that her? It's her. Look,
that was not this year, The Wedding Cottage.
No, 2023, but she was delightful. She hasn't been in a Christmas movie that you and I have reviewed. She was in It Was Always You, a movie that we do need to revisit.
We said recently we would revisit that one since I dogged on it.
But she hasn't been in a ton of movies. I mean, she was in one in 2024, one in 2023, one in 2021.
Ooh.
One in 2019.
Wow.
No, she has been in 11, however many series of When Calls the Heart. So she's been acting on the network. Every time I see her, I find her more and more delightful. I thought The Wedding Cottage was such a cute movie. I thought Blind Date Book Club was charming as hell. And this movie, there's a reason why on that movie poster, she's right up front and the four dudes are lined up behind her. She's the absolute star.
I'm making a face right now because I'm going to talk about the movie poster in my wishes. I have not seen that particular movie poster.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, we're going to get there.
Okay.
I agree with you. I think she's damn delightful. I loved her comedic timing. She had some great, really funny lines. She delivered them really well. She's a pro.
If anybody wants to clutch their pearls, please fast forward 60 seconds. She was given like real horny vibes in this movie.
Because of all her dates?
No, not because of her dates. There's a lot of lines that she's just given me like she was looking for some love.
Okay.
In a good way. Like,
in all the wrong places.
There's a line like, my sister absolutely loves what you can do with your hands.
Oh, that was hilarious. Did you see Christopher Russell's face in that?
Yes.
I laughed out loud. Yeah. I thought the script was really good. Speaking of great lines, I thought it was well-rounded. It had like classic Hallmark tropes, but didn't lean too hard into them, I don't think. Like it didn't rely on the trope to be the whole movie.
Yeah.
I love the physical comedy. The way I cackled when she and Benjamin Ayers are on that date and the cork hits him in the face, I laughed so hard. I'm the one who laughs during, like, when anybody falls down, including myself, or America's Funniest Home Videos. Oh my God, I laughed my ass off. I love that kind of stuff. And I thought they did so great. Or when she hit that guy in the back of the head with the snowball and gave him a concussion, I died.
No, really funny. The physical comedy is really great. I want to call out a couple more actors in this movie. First of all, I liked all three Nicks.
Me too.
I super love that we've got Olivia dating three dudes at once. So fun. But I really loved Benjamin Ayers.
I know you do. Are you sad that he's on the cruise and we're not?
Okay, let me tell you the rest of my note. First of all, longtime Girls Gone Hallmark fans will not be surprised by this because I wrote I am an Ayers head. I just coined that term. I know he's like Mr. Romance University. What do his fans? Wendy is going to shoot English breakfast tea out of her nose.
I just got Ayers head. That's hilarious. You made that up?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Thank you. I was really proud of it. So, petition for that being what the Ayers fans call themselves. But I did write that I am jealous of the Hallmark sale tours who will get him on their ship, particularly because Benjamin Ayers has been all up in the Facebook groups trying to figure out how he can really make this special for the fans and like soliciting feedback and trying to figure out like what's going on. I really appreciate that. So I thought he was great. There's a moment where he like shushes her with like his finger right up on her lips.
Yes.
He's so good. He's so fun. And I feel like Hallmark has let him be more fun lately. Like he doesn't have like his hair is a little wilder and it fits his personality. More actor shout outs.
Go ahead.
Daniel Lissing, where have you been?
Hot damn.
I mean, wowie zowie alert.
I think I texted Megan. I was like, hello, Daniel Lissing.
Yeah, and he was.
Why is he so freaking hot and not in more Hallmark movies?
Charming too. Like, I got some wishes about some of the romantic interactions in this movie, but like, stop relegating the man to When Calls the Heart. Like, he's been in a few other things. He's been in holiday movies for other networks, but please bring him back and recenter him. He was so good.
So I'm curious, do the Hardys like him? I don't know what the backstory is here.
Well, all the Hardys were excited to see the reunion, is my understanding.
Okay. Well,
and there was a lot of conversation about like the two actors were not told ahead of time.
Oh, that's weird.
I saw that in some Facebook group.
Like they showed up to set and they're like, oh, hey, it's you.
I don't know how. I think it was like a fun surprise. I don't know how late the surprise was laid on them. But
could you imagine if you're the lead actor or actress in this movie and they're being vague with you about who your co-star is? I'd be like, someone tell me what the F is happening.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was quite that devious.
Got it. Yeah, so Daniel Lissing, Hulu served me up a movie this morning called Catering Christmas from 2022 that he is the star of. I was like, do I need to watch? No, I don't need to watch that, but it was just a nice coincidence.
Any other likes?
Yeah, I thought Sister Jess Brown was great too. For a Hallmark newbie, I thought she was a great co-star in this. Some things which might surprise you. I kind of liked the, mysterious letter, the magical letter.
Oh, yeah. You completely skipped over that. Yes.
I think sometimes maybe I come off as wanting movies that are like realistic, but there was something kind of like sweet and magical about that part of the storyline that I enjoyed.
Yeah. In all caps, I wrote, give me all of the magic.
I kind of liked all of that. What else I liked is I like a home makeover show. And so I like that this was infused into our movie. Though they did not show a ton of makeover, I don't think that house was in that disrepair as they were trying to make it out to be. But I did laugh a good part when like she was banging the columns Like he's like, we're on a budget, so you got to take him down DIY yourself. And then the drywall is like
falling on his head.
him. I thought that was really funny. But I love a home makeover, so show it to me.
We know when we meet the Nicks, like we're going to start getting the reveal about why they're not the right guys. But I thought that was handled so well. Like when she first meets all three of them.
They're all wonderful.
They're all wonderful. And then they're never bad guys. Like none of them turn out to be, they're just not her guy. And we can see why. But kind of the slow reveal as to what it is about them doesn't work for her. I really liked that. And just a couple other little things. Nixie is giving Buddy the elf energy. And the line about elves doing CrossFit made me laugh out loud.
I was wondering, I was like, why is it Nick A, B, and C? And then I was like, oh, I get it. A, B, and C. All right.
Checking it off the list. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. All right, let's move on to wishes if you're ready.
Okay. Well, make it make sense. All of their stuff is still in the house that they have not owned in years and years. And they comment like, my parents looked everywhere for it. Did they look in the attic that they apparently forgot to completely pack up?
Yes.
And the new owners of the home just left all of your stuff stored in the completely full attic.
Yeah, I moved into this house in March and the former owner left a bunch of stuff, which I promptly threw away.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, you'll have to hear it's trash.
Yeah. Much like trivia at St. Nick's, we get a movie with a female character who is a little bit meaner than she needs to be.
Who?
What are you talking about?
Olivia?
Yes.
Get out.
You just admitted that you watched this movie with one eye all 3 times.
She was not mean. I can't remember her character name in trivia. Celeste was a downright biatch. This chick, Olivia, was not. She just was focused on her job at hand.
Yes, I agree, but she steamrolls all over him in multiple situations.
I disagree.
Okay.
I liked her.
I'm just saying, I don't think you watched closely enough.
She was more likable than Celeste.
I think Erin Krakow is super likable, which makes a lot of it forgivable. But like when she hops into that Uber, who doesn't confirm they're in the right car? And you just start yapping about your new coworker and how much.
Yeah, because I mean, that could be like a full,
you just walk out to a car at the curb.
Human trafficking situation.
I mean,
you got to double check the license plate and make sure
for Olivia.
Yep.
What are your wishes?
Okay. First of all, a live premiere on Christmas Eve.
I know.
Stop it right now. Nobody is watching a home makeover show with a live premiere on Christmas Eve.
Live. That's the best part.
I know. My second thing is I really enjoyed this, but I didn't quite understand it. But the advent calendar transitions between like scenes. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with the movie?
Well, in the movie Christmas Vacation, they do the same thing. It's just marking time.
No, I enjoyed it. And
I don't think there's any actual relevance to the advent calendar itself.
Some of the little pictures showed like what they were doing in the movie. But there was no like setup of like, oh, we found our advent calendar in our old family home or anything like that, right?
I don't think it's anything like that. I think it's just a clever way to show the passage of time.
Okay. My last wish goes back to the movie poster.
Okay.
The movie poster I saw shows our leads, Olivia and Chris. I didn't see the other 3 dudes on the poster at all. And so I kind of thought, well, that's a little bit of a spoiler. We know who she ends up with. And my wish was, I wish they had all of the guys on the poster.
Poster that I am looking at, which is a poster on IMDb, shows Olivia standing in front of an envelope, and coming out of the back of an envelope is a paper that shows the 4 dudes, all 3 Nicks and Nick. Perhaps, I don't know, maybe they were waiting to reveal those 3 additional co-stars because they didn't report the other 3 dudes, the stars, until much closer. So maybe they were trying to keep that info. I like this poster with all 4 guys.
Yeah, the poster I saw is Daniel Lissing and Erin Krakow, and they're face to face.
Yeah.
Which is like a dead spoiler of here's her love interest.
Sure.
I really did enjoy that the three other men in this movie were not just, and I don't mean to say just, but randos. They were actual like big name actors on the network. I think that's really cool.
Me too.
That's all I have.
I have one. Did you see that?
Go ahead.
Why are there leaves in the house?
Leaves?
They open the door. The house is full of leaves, as if it's been abandoned. But the rest of the state of the house does not suggest it is in very good condition. The walls are painted nicely. All the woodwork is very nice. They don't need to do any major renovations to this home.
You and I have watched many episodes of Flip or Flop and have seen like some terrible properties.
It's not even dated.
No, not at all. It's super nice.
But there are leaves like all down the hallway.
I didn't notice the leaves.
Oh, you got to go back and watch.
No, but funny, I did notice the snow at the end, which was falling on them. I couldn't tell, is this digital? Is this real? What's happening here? Is it a mix of like,
I don't
wasn't
remember.
real snow, but it looked like digital, but then there was some falling on their hair. So I don't
The only
it's like
snow
a
I saw
mix.
falling on their hair that I noticed and paid attention to was when they were in the sleigh.
Oh.
And that's
This was at the
inside.
very,
And that's
very
obviously
end.
a snow machine.
No, this was like when at the train station or
Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
something.
What did you rate Santa? Tell me.
I gave it 4 stars.
Me too.
That was great.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. If you love this podcast, we love your 5-star ratings and reviews. We say it every time, but they really are so important to us. And helping other people find this podcast takes just under 30 seconds to tap the 5 stars and type out a few words letting everybody know why you love us and why they should become Girls Gone Hallmark listeners too. If you've left a review already, thank you. We appreciate you. Tell a friend. Share the podcast on social media, and we will see you next time. Good. All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye. Bye.
Bye.